I don't care if you never come home. I don't mind if you just keep on rolling away on a distant sea. 'Cause I don't love you and you don't love me. Cause a commotion when you come to town. Give them a smile and they melt. Having lovers and friends is all.
I will admit from the start that I came into this project fairly late, late into the project, simply because I only became chairman of the local government committee last year. But since I became chairman of local governments, and it was for me the opportunity. With all of the things I told myself, all of the things that I found wrong with the local government code and the local governance when I was governor, this is my chance to fix them. And every time I talk to the former governors that I know who are now in Congress, and I say, oh, ito na yung pag-asa, ito na yung pagkakataon natin. Lahat ng binireklamo natin noon, nung governor tayo, meron na tayong pagkakataon na baguhin at ayusin. I came into this with a very clear idea, with the blessings, I might say, of the father of the local government code, Senator Nene Pimentel. Because even before I took my position as committee chairman, we were already in discussions because naturally I had a great interest in the local government code, in local governance in particular. And so we had a very ambitious agenda before us. And you know that it has been mentioned, 20 years have gone by since the local government code was enacted. And it has actually been a successful experiment. But there are no such things as complete and perfect successes. Of course, there are other experiences that have shown us that there needs to be some changes. Time has moved on. The populations have changed. The distributions have changed. The financial situation of the Philippines has changed. Even many of the little issues that have come up in the everyday life of local government has shown us, have illustrated that there are many changes that could be made. And there are some changes that absolutely have to be made. And so with that, naturally, the next step, with trying and get a consensus as to what is necessary, what is needed, what is wanted, is to be in touch with our local government executives. And of course, we always have the ULA, we have the Governors League, we have the City Mayors League, the LMP, and the Councilors League. But, and they have representatives and they have positions. But it became very clear that we needed a much more detailed consultation with our local government officials. That getting a single line from, because the Philippines is not a homogeneous mass of provinces. Each province has its own typical and singular terrain, weather, population, culture, history, etc. And all these must be taken into account if we are going to find a system for local government that in fact works. And so that kind of consultation, a more detailed, a more direct consultation was necessary. And I found, I suppose it comes from experience as an executive in the province, that hearings were somehow time-consuming, and to have people come in, you have to organize it. So I thought, picking up the phone was an option. But we were discussing with Dean Villantes all through these so many years, so many months, and he said, why don't we ask LocoDev and see what they have? And this is what they suggested. And it seems to fit in perfectly to what we need. Of course, my interest as chairman of the committee was mostly in terms of consultation, getting, like, for example, in the local government for the local government code is to ask, what are your suggestions? What do you think of this? An interactive thing. But of course, LocoDev had a much wider and more comprehensive idea as to what the services would provide, as has been demonstrated to us this afternoon. So although we will begin with the first two services, which are the basic ones, which are the ones that are necessary, then again, the following 5 hopefully will come on stream fairly soon. In any case, I think this is, as you can see from the people, the different groups that are represented here, that is precisely the intention of this portal. The intention is to be able to reach out to many groups on many different levels, on many different dimensions, i.e. not just socio-economic, not only political, not only legal, but even business, even commercial, tourism, etc. And this gives us that opportunity, this gives us that capability. So, upon hearing that there was such a plan, I immediately jumped on it, and considering the effectivity or the help that this capability will give us, and looking at the cost, I said, my gosh, this is a lot of bang for our buck. So I immediately got on board with the program, and I'm happy to support it from now until as long as we can, and because it is necessary. And I believe that once we begin using it, and not only for us here in Manila, but all our LGUs and the executives and officials out in the countryside, we will wonder how it is we got by without the portal before. And that is precisely the purpose, and it will, if and when that happens, then we will know it has been a success, it has been functioning, it serves a true purpose, and what more can we ask for? So, with this auspicious beginning, I look forward to working together with all of you and developing. We are only starting here in developing further this capability, this interaction between our local government officials and officials here in national government. And that way, we can make it more reactive, we can make it more vibrant, we can make the local government movement a true and well-felt movement, not only in the local government units, but in the entire country. So thank you all for your help to bring us to this point, and I look forward to making this we start small, but I will predict that, as I said, down the road, it will become more and more important part of the lives of the local government units, and as I said, I hope that we will then scratch our heads and wonder how on earth we could have done without it. Thank God we have it now. Thank you all very much.